How's it going, everybody? Oh, sorry. Doing great.
Did you see the big picture of you in the kids zone?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, it's the sunglasses and the chain.
Oh, okay. I have not seen that yet. I'll go swing by.
Here, I'm sure all week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do the screeches get louder?
Say it again?
Do the screeches of the fans get louder?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, people are excited. We're back. We're excited to be back. Thought we had a good, productive first day. Obviously, there's always things you want to clean up, but loved how the guys are flying around today.
What does a productive first day look like for you when it's a new not a new offense, but Joe's first day?
Yeah, I think it's just guys buying in and being convicted about what we're doing, the trajectory of what this team needs to be, how hard we need to practice. Nothing that we did last year carries over to this year, and it's going to take everybody, and everybody's going to have to buy in.
How excited are you to see Dalton Kincaid looking healthy?
Love it. Yeah, he's a special player. He really is. I know we've been saying that. He's been fantastic for us the last couple of years. I feel like he gets better each and every year, and just another year with him learning his body language. He's flying around. It's awesome to see.
Do you think, though, when he's not out there, is there a noticeable difference to you in how the functionality of the offense operates?
I know there are some pretty good statistics that backed up when he was on the field and the success that we had as an offense. So, yeah, we want him out there. He wants to be out there, and like I said, he looks really good right now.
How do you get expectations to match the trajectory or vice versa?
Expectations from who?
The external, internal. This team is coming into the season once again being pegged as a Super Bowl contender. So how do you get that, even though with a new coach and with all the changes that have happened, how do you get that to match the trajectory and expectations?
Again, we're not really focused on trying to match those from the outside world. Internally, we have our own expectations. We talk inside that locker room of the team that we want to be. But you have to go out there and earn it each and every single day, and that's what we plan on doing when we're here at camp and throughout the preseason.
You've got plenty of reps with DJ Moore during the spring. Curious the process of building off that foundation and continue to work together over these next several weeks.
Yeah, again, still learning him. Just trying to get on the same page, and I feel myself trying to be like perfect when I'm throwing him in some of the routes on air. And today I walked up to him and I'm just like, hey, I'm just gonna throw it. Like, I'm gonna pick a spot and let it go, and I'm not trying to aim it anymore. And I felt like once I said that, things kind of clicked for us. And again, just each day that goes by, we're gonna try to continue to get more comfortable with each other.
Is that unusual to have with a receiver where you're I'm trying to be perfect, and I don't want to say in your head, but a little more having to step back and do that? Is that normal?
Yeah, I think it is. When you bring in a guy like him, a guy that it's obviously been really good for a long time, and you want to go out there and you want to play well for him. You want to show him hey, this is why you're here, to be this guy. And but at the same time, it's just go out there and play football, on both ends. And you find a way to get open, and I'm going to give it a chance where you can catch the ball and make a play for us.
Josh, I know this is a time to test out new things, but how will going up against a new defense help your game in the offense overall?
I think this is a type of defense that we're going to see throughout the year a lot. So to have those repetitions in terms of the coverages, the fronts, the different pressures that we're going to see from our team is going to help us come season time. I'm all for making it as exotic and complicated right now and allow things to be really fast firing early on because things will eventually slow down once you see it all. So very happy what our defense is doing. They make it really hard for an opposing quarterback, and I'm just happy that I get to go against it.
Hey Josh, off of that question, did it ever get stale in the 8 years of going against Sean's defense every camp, every practice? I mean, was there a point where you're like, yeah, I've seen this 9 million times?
I don't know about stale, but there was a point where it's yeah, I've seen it enough where I know the calls that you're making, which as a quarterback, if you know the calls, it makes it easier. I'm not going to say it makes it easy, but it makes it easier, which I'm still trying to listen for some of the calls that we have, but no idea what's going on yet. Which is good, yeah. I mean, you're going out there, you're reacting, you're trying to dissect the defense before you snap the ball, and post-snap you're trying to make really quick, informed decisions, and it makes it, like I said, we want those bullets being fired early and often, and allow things to be hard right now because eventually they will slow down.
How different is camp, going to camp, as a dad, as a 30-year-old, and with a new coach?
A lot of firsts, no doubt. It's exciting. Obviously, I miss my family, but to be here with the guys, like, it's not like we're going to work, and we do have a set of goals in mind that we want to accomplish, and in order to do that, there are sacrifices that you have to make, and everybody in this locker room is making sacrifices right now, and just trying to give everything that I got for this team.
Does it feel different going into a training camp with a different head coach? Like, are there things you've noticed that are different, or you already know Joe so well, but does anything like
Yeah, I mean, I know Joe extremely well, but in terms of scheduling, like we talked about this earlier in OTAs, just the vibe, the energy, it's different. It's not, I'm not saying it's better, it's worse, it's different. And, as a new head coach for a team, I think that's a smart decision to make things different. This isn't the same place, and you have to make it feel differently because, doing the same thing, it obviously didn't work. So gotta change it up and try to find new ways to make it work.
When we talked to Joe before practice, he was saying his emphasis today was just to be himself. How did he do that?
He's just, again, being himself is being out there talking crap to the quarterbacks. Didn't see him celebrate for the defense as much. He wants the offense to look good right now, but once the offense is going to in a good spot, he's going to probably turn his attention to the defense and cheer when they bat balls down and have interceptions. But hopefully, those don't happen too often in camp.
You said so many times that you trust him, out on the field. He has the first play, I think, in 11 or on 11 or when it's 7-7 where he had to drop it and come right back to him on the next play. Is that kind of showing him, and does he earn that?
Absolutely. He's put in the work this offseason. He continues to get better. He continues to, master the offense in the role that we're asking him to do. And he's just, again, he's working extremely hard, and I think people see that. I respect that about him. He's never once put his head down and pouted and woe is me, and it's always, hey, I'm going to figure this thing out. And when you have a guy that's willing to put in the extra work, that you start pulling for that guy. But again, I understand his body language now. I know where he's going to be. Back shoulder balls, some guys aren't easy to throw to, but he's got such a big frame where those are something that he's got to be very, very excellent at. But it takes reps to do that, and I'm glad we got that today.
Josh, that left guard spot, I know David Edwards played a pretty significant role in communications and things like that. What's on the plate of those guys battling for that job?
I think just owning up to the responsibility of what that position entails. We ask a lot of our guards, in run schemes and in pass schemes, and it's just whoever goes out there and competes the hardest and obviously plays the best is going to get the spot. But feel very confident with who we got out there right now.
Josh, you've worked with Joe Brady as a quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, and I know it's early as a head coach, but how is he, just persona-wise, presence-wise, how is he different as a head coach than maybe in those other roles?
I just think he relates so well to each and every guy in the locker room. He loves football. He loves learning defense. He loves learning new offense. He's adaptable. He communicates well. And I think, again, that is him. He's a fast talker, especially when he gets some caffeine in him early in the morning in our team meetings. I'm sure he's talked about that with you guys. But he just loves football. He works extremely hard. He's always in the facility, and he took a little break, obviously, as we all did this last, and took like a week or two to himself and his family, which was good to see because get done with the season. He did the whole interview process. He's been doing it nonstop. So to get a little reset was obviously good for everybody, including him. But now that he's back and ready to roll, I called him a couple weeks ago, and he's already back in the building. So he just works extremely hard.
How is that continuity coming? Since somebody that you already know is now coming in as the head coach, how does that help you and your teammates?
Yeah, in terms of being the quarterback, it helps with the verbiage and the offensive scheme that we've kind of had in. We are changing a few things. We are going to have different wrinkles and make this offense our own, as you do each year. but again, it's just coming out, working hard, working for the guy next to you in the locker room, and just trying to put our best stuff on the football field.
Joe said several times this morning, he said, we've never been here, like trying to not make it like another year at St. John Fisher in this. Can you just tell us just about how the players received that message of there sort of being a break between then and now?
Yeah, I mean, I do think there is a lot of turnover in this team. There are a lot of new faces. So this is, year one for them. This is year one, in the Joe Brady era, and what he's doing. Again, it's going to take the conviction to buy in order to achieve what we want to achieve, and it's going to take everybody in this locker room to do it.
Josh, speaking of buy-in, how do you see this team buying into a new head coach, a new vision, a new energy?
Yeah, I think it's the way we went out there in practice today. It's guys flying around. It's putting the ball down. We're going to get weather in Buffalo. We understand that. I know we're in Rochester right now, but guys didn't blink. Took visors off, took the gloves off, and just put the ball down and played football. So that's what we're looking to do.
Josh, ninth year for you. Does camp help sort of a reset? Because you've done a lot of these things, even with the changes, over and over again. Does being in a different spot like this, like a bit of a reset for you to focus on things you really want to focus on for this year?
Absolutely. I think, again, football is it's on my mind all the time, and to get the reset that we did earlier, but now to be back in the building, be with the guys, like, I count my blessings each and every day that I get to walk into this locker room and be the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. It is the coolest thing I could ever dream of, and it's exactly what I dreamt of as a kid, and I get to live out my dream each and every day. I just gonna go out there and play football and have fun.
You have the same mentality. Joe was sitting there saying, I tell the guys we haven't accomplished a damn thing. That's exactly what he said. He goes, this is like day one for us. Is your mentality the same as you go out there for game one?
Absolutely. This is, it's new everything. We got a new stadium, a new coach. Personal life, got a lot of news in my life too. So it is different. And change isn't always the easiest, but sometimes it's for the better. And we just gotta keep moving forward. And stop hating on the jerseys, guys. I don't know if you guys are hating. I don't know. I don't see anything, but they're great. I honestly, like, speaking of new, right? It's a new look. It is. I understand that, but we gotta be new, and I think these jerseys kind of are symbolic of that. And I'm excited to wear them. We had a lot of people that put in a lot of hard work for these jerseys, and it symbolizes a lot of newness, and that I am excited about.
Do you like it better than last year's all white, which I thought was pretty good?
We didn't win in the all white, so absolutely. Yeah.
Otherwise, is this one better than that one, you think?
Time will tell.
You took this.
I have. Yeah, they're awesome. No, listen, everyone, I've heard a lot of comments about the jerseys. I enjoy them. I think it's very symbolic of what we want to do and what we want to be. I understand people want the old jerseys and the old helmets and all that, but at some point too, we are moving forward. We have to move forward and do something new, and that's what we're doing.